I have breaking news to inform you about today. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has just made a big announcement that will affect all sectors of our economy. There's also a major update on Social Security benefits for millions of Americans that have been awaiting benefits. The program has been experiencing backlogs for several weeks, and officials are now sharing what is being done for those who are affected. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the latest news in Congress. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. In a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Government funding runs out in 2 weeks from today. How concerned are you about a government shutdown?
The American people should be very concerned that the extreme MAGA Republicans have made a decision once again to try to shut down the government. This notion of a so-called laddered CR. Like, the novelty, being delicate with my words here, the novelty of my friends on the other side of the aisle in terms of how they come up with language that disguise their intentions, translation, they want to shut the government down. Because many of my Republican colleagues fundamentally do not believe in a functional federal government which is designed to meet the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people. They're not interested in a functional federal government. How do we know that? Because for the last 25 plus years, Republicans, largely led in the House, have repeatedly shut the government down. It was my hope that under new management, there would be a different approach, and that remains to be seen what will happen in advance of November 17th. But let's be clear. The only way forward is in a bipartisan way to pass a continuing resolution at the fiscal 2023 level. We are not going to allow Republicans to try to impose right-wing cuts that devastate and undermine the health, the safety, or the economic well-being of the American people because they are unable to achieve their policy directives outside of threatening a government shutdown.
The Social Security Administration has become so overwhelmed by customer service problems that even officials with the agency admit that their performance is not acceptable. That was how Linda Kerr Davis, the SSA's acting Deputy Commissioner of Operations, described things during a recent congressional hearing. Kerr Davis was there to explain why more than 1 million Americans are still waiting for their initial decisions on disability benefits that currently take an average of 220 days to process. Kerr Davis told the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee last month, pending levels on wait times for determinations on initial disability claims and disability reconsiderations are at all-time highs. For the first time since the programs began, pending initial disability claims have exceeded 1 million. Applicants are waiting on average 7 months for a decision. This is simply not acceptable. So members of Congress from both political parties did not dispute that assessment. GOP Representative Drew Ferguson, chairman of the Social Security panel of the Ways and Means Committee, said, "The consequences of SSA's various service failures are devastating. The question now is what the administration plans to do about it." Linda Kerr Davis told the committee that her agency has worked to identify issues that led to the backlog and plans to take immediate steps to address and resolve them. Meanwhile, experts and lawmakers who testified at the hearing offered some of their own suggestions. One of the suggestions was to eliminate what is known as reconsideration process, which is a step disability applicants can take if they've been rejected for benefits. During reconsideration, applicants meet with an administrative law judge. This can lead to a couple of different outcomes. Either the applicant is approved for benefits that were originally rejected, or the judge reaffirms the initial decision, which adds extra time to processing a disability case. Eliminating this step could free up time to process more cases. Another way to address the backlog problem is to provide more funding for the SSA so it can hire more people and invest in more and better technology. But as CNBC News noted, some congressional Republicans have gone in the opposite direction by proposing a 30% federal budget cut that could mean less money for the SSA instead of more. And if that happens, office hours for SSA field offices would be shortened, and disability benefit applicants would see their wait times increase by at least 2 months. And this is according to Linda Kerr Davis. Finally, the SSA could also use its resources more efficiently. Ferguson suggested that the agency continue to rely on data that is decades out of date. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve kept its key short-term interest rate unchanged for a second straight time, but left the door open to further rate hikes if inflation pressures should accelerate in the months ahead. The Fed said in a statement after its latest meeting that it would keep its benchmark rate at about 5.4%. That's the highest level in 22 years. Since launching the most aggressive series of rate hikes in 4 decades in March 2022 to fight inflation, the Fed has pulled back and now raised rates only once since May. The central bank's latest statement noted that the U.S. economy expanded at a strong pace in the July to September quarter, and that job gains remain strong. He also reiterated that future rate hikes, if the Fed finds them necessary, remain under consideration. At the news conference, Chair Jerome Powell suggested that the Fed was edging closer to the end of its rate hiking campaign. He noted that the sharply higher longer-term rates could help lower inflation without necessarily requiring further rate hikes from the Fed. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on the Federal Reserve's decision? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dearest friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. In a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, dearest friends, of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.